London's Crystal Palace, it rose like a glass cathedral, a greenhouse for empire, panes stretched into infinity, light refracted into sermons of progress, every beam a hymn to industry. Inside, nations were archived in displays, dioramas, machines, and exotic artifacts, a warehouse of modernity disguised as revelation. It wasn't just architecture, it was transparency weaponized, a vision of the future rendered in iron and light. Or, like, giant IKEA greenhouse on steroids. Literally a glass box stuffed with flexes from every country, half museum, half shopping mall. Imagine Comic-Con but for steam engines and exotic plans. Honestly, peek look at us, we invented the future energy. The Crystal Palace shimmered as interface, empire as exhibition, civilization looped back into spectacle. Each object a node, each visitor a pilgrim of progress. The glass whispered, history is ours to curate. Basically, it was the OG influencer house. Everyone went there just to be seen, vibe with the shiny tech, and humble brag about globalization before globalization was even a word. Paris's Grand Palais, the Grand Palais, by contrast, was a monument with veins of stone and steel, a hybrid beast. Its iron skeleton hid beneath Beaux-Arts flesh, a body armored in ornament. Here, modernity didn't shout, it posed, draped itself in allegory, mirrored ceilings, and mosaics of a civilization that wanted to be eternal. It was progress disguised as tradition, a cathedral that cosplayed as an old-world palace while carrying an industrial heart. Translation, same idea, different vibe. Where London's Crystal Palace was like check out my glass abs, Paris was like no, let's wear a fancy Beaux-Arts gown over the gym muscles. Still tech, still steel, but dressed up like Versailles 2.0. Under its vast nave, exhibitions became liturgies of style and power, fashion shows of civilization, rituals of prestige in steel and stone. Basically a flex, London had the transparency filter, Paris slapped on the vintage filter and said aesthetic. Crystal Palace versus Grand Palais, one a glitching glass interface, a simulation of empire projected in daylight, the other a curated feed, steel beneath rococo filters, selling eternity through ornament. TLDR, London equals raw glass tech bro vibes. Paris equals bougie steel core catfish. Both were giving World's Fair but make it content.